When you shoot a video with a handheld camera phone, you can do crazy stuff like this. Woo! 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 Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Noah Kravitz. Or as my one friend Retha used to like to call me, Noah Michael Kravitz the dog. And this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. The Note 3 has been out for a couple of months now. It's a giant phone with a giant price tag. Thanks to Causal Phil and the gang over at Samsung Mobile for lending me this one to review. If you know who Causal Phil, if you know what Causal Phil means, what that's a reference to, then get in touch with me, because I don't think anybody else in the world does at this point. It is I didn't just make it up, though. I am known to make up inside jokes with myself, but in that case, not exactly. Anyway, been out for a little while, but you know, I'm just it's like I'm getting restarted. It's like I gotta think of another classic rock song to sing. I already sang it, feels like the first time. Whatever, I should just get to it. Anyway, I have not reviewed this one yet, so I'm checking it out. Very intrigued. $299 on contract, which is a lot of simoleons. It's a lot of money. $299 on contract, available in classic white or jet black. This is the jet black. Off contract, it'll run you about, I don't know, $700. It is a ginormous beast of a phone, both literally and metaphorically. It has a simulated leather back, and I've never seen a phone before with where the back panel was stitched on or fake stitched on. That is just something special. It's a 5.7-inch display, full 1080p with the S Pen functionality. It's Super AMOLED, 386 pixels per inch. It's larger than my face. It's probably not, but it's big. Inside the box, you get the manual, the instruction manual, which is large. Well, it's wider, but not as long. That's how big the Note 3 is. You also get this cable, which is USB to proprietary nonsense. Really? Proprietary nonsense. Everybody's gone. Your AC adapter. Micro USB is what I mean. You know what I mean. Or if you don't, then it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't make any sense anyway. And then you also get this thing. I don't know what this is. This is a live unboxing. So instead of figuring out what this is, I'm just gonna say I don't know what this is. It's a clip and some like portable toothpicks. What in the heck? I don't know. And it ate this. This is the thing that ate that part of the box. Does it say in here? Everybody watching this video, because this phone has been out for a little while by the time I'm shooting this video, everybody here is already like, it's like a game show where the contestant doesn't know that the answer is what is Calvin and Hobbes? And everybody at home is like, it's Calvin and Hobbes! It's Calvin and Hobbes! And the person on the show is thinking like, is it Garfield? Is it Peanuts? Is it Phineas and Ferb? Oh man, what is it? And everybody was like, Calvin and Hobbes. So what is that? The secure element SIM? I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe that wasn't even supposed to be in there. I don't have any idea. Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anyway, the phone itself, for comparison's sake, here's a Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 looks like a junior dum-dum compared to the Note 3. The Note 3 is the baddest of the best. Best believe he's the baddest. Perfect time when I'm climbing, I'm around up the rest. Let it guts when he cuts, girls move their butts. Look at how big this phone is. This whole video is just going to be me getting the lyrics to old songs wrong and showing you how large the phone is. You're going to be like, I saw this already on YouTube. It's an absolute beast. So the phone itself on the inside, actually let's tour the outside first. You've got your front-facing camera and your rear camera as well. Front-facing is 2 megapixel. It'll shoot 1080p video at 30 frames per second. On the back, 13 megapixels. It'll also shoot 1080p. And it'll actually go up to 2160p, which is crazy! Or 1080p at 60 frames per second, I believe. It's got a flash on the back also. On the front, you've got a hard home button, physical home button there, and then your menu button and your back button. On the one side, you've got a switch. On the other side, you've got a smaller switch. I guess those are buttons, not switches. On the bottom, you've got speaker grill, or is that speaker grill? Yeah, speaker grill and a microphone port and the proprietary charging port and the S Pen, which is really what this thing is all about. Well, the size also, but the S Pen. That's where the action is. And then, I can't say enough about the pleather. You've got a, depending on what region you're in, you've either got a Snapdragon 800, you've got a beast inside, basically. But you've either got a Snapdragon 800, or you've got the Samsung Exynos 5 Octa 5420. But either way, you've got more cores than you know what to do with. An Adreno 330 GPU if you're rocking the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip, or Mali's T628. You're running Android 4.3 out of the box, although with heavy Samsung customization. 3200 milliamp hour battery on the inside. Let me set this up and then we'll get back to it. So in the zero amount of time that elapsed on camera, but the like 30 seconds or so off camera, this is the most like a Star Trek communicator that any phone has ever felt to me, or at least, you know, at least since the big paradigm shift, which is the iPhone. The iPhone was the paradigm shift, just absolutely. Sorry, I got caught up in my own mental history there. I went down a little hole in my head and was thinking about all the phones before and Symbian and all that stuff. But really, let's skip this. I don't care about all this stuff right now. Just picking this phone up and holding it. And, oh, I see, I've got My Magazine on there. What else do I need, right? My Magazine! Just holding this thing, I was like, boom! This is just the beast. And you know, they've pared down the amount of bezel, particularly on the sides of the phone, so it just feels more and more. I think once we get to a phone that's like a flexible, transparent screen with nothing else on it, all of the circuitry and power and everything else is just embedded in the display, but it's invisible, and that hopefully will never happen. Or maybe I do want it to happen, I don't know. Once that happens, then I'll be like, whoa, this is it. But everything that increments towards that, i.e. getting rid of the bezel, becoming thinner, all that stuff, just makes me feel more and more like this is the future, dude. And this thing, I mean, you know, the Note 2 was like this also, but if you launch this phone and you go to the keyboard, you know, I've got like 49 rows of keys down there. No, seriously, it's a 5-row keyboard. The numerical, when I was typing in one of my passwords, I hit the symbol button to switch to the numerical keyboard like you do on a normal giant phone, and it was like, nah, that's just there all the time. You don't need to do that. There's so much that this device can do, you know, it's not worth me trying to fake it on an unboxing video. I'm going to struggle. This is the new struggling to get the battery cover off. Since battery covers don't open up anymore, it's going to be struggling to get the stylus out. Of course, I'm trying to do this with one hand because I'm a goober. So Android 4.3, but with the Samsung stuff on it. So, you know, your pull-down notification pane, a little bit different than it would be on, you know, like the Nexus on a KitKat device, or let alone a KitKat device. That sounds so goofy. On a Three Musketeer phone, looks different. Then, you know, things like it's the Samsung sort of TouchWiz, but they've pared it back a little bit actually, and then sort of made room for the important S Pen only stuff, which again I'll get to in another video after I've used the device for a while. But really, right now, mostly what I want to do is I want to make an S Note, because that's the best part about the Samsung S Pen devices, the Note devices. The best part is the S Pen, because I can use this one and I can say blank Evernote integration. Good. I just hope Keys Air is on this thing, man. No, S Pen only. Just really want Keys Air. Let's take a image, take picture. Turn your love around. Do, 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 do. Beauty face. What's up, beauty face? Oh, see, Apple phone, get that out of the video. Okay, now we're going to use this one. And we're going to do image resize medium. See, look at all the thought they've put into this software. You can't say Samsung's not thoughtful. You can, accuse them of ripping things off or feature bloat or too much pleather or whatever, but you can't say they're not thoughtful, for goodness sake. Look at that cool shadow coming out of my head. It's like I'm Yeezy. Like Yeezy? No, that was terrible. I didn't say that. All right, so let's do this. And let's get some orange, because I like orange a lot. Let's get rid of that. And let's go. Do, 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 do. Don't call me Carrot Top. Do, do, do. And then let's get some flames of fire. Let me use the brush here. Yeah, that's good. That's, oh no, that's black. I don't want black. You know what I was doing before? I was trying to rotate the image, but instead I was using the undo command over and over because I'm really good with electronics. And then let's do this. Use the pencil. I brought my pencil. Yeah, give me something to write on. One time, I was at a dive bar in Vegas with John Quatch, and he was playing with, I think it was a Note 2, and he drew things that were amazing. What I am drawing is not quite as amazing. But it's still, and we'll call this, I'm going to call this, hey, come on, why aren't you writing? What the heck? Neezy. No, that's dumb. We're going to call that, I'm going to cop somebody else's nickname. I'm going to call this Kravy. Boom. There it is. The Note 3, $300, but you can do that. If that's not what disposable income's for, I don't know what it's for. There are a lot more on this phone because I'm super intrigued by the things that you can actually do with it besides that ridiculousness. So we'll have more on the YouTube channel. Maybe we'll even have a comparison between the baddest of the best. Best believe they're the baddest. Or are they? Because I've been an HTC One fan for a long time. Till next time, what's my name? As soon as I said what's my name, the screen went out. Till next time, my name's Noah. This is the Giant Phone. See you later.